Swing out from the back there by UAU, and in fact Bernal in the white jersey has marked every move so far. This is a move by Manuela Mori, who's come right up to the front.
Well, the UAE team Emirates really throwing it down this first steep part of the climb, handing off the bidon to Diego Ulissi, pouring it over, and pouring it on is Mori on the front.
Hats off to this UAE team this year. They have really come here to try and win this race.
Well, if we look back to past years, this is exactly the scenario that Richie Porter's always loved. That goes as hard as possible on the first part of the climb, gets everybody as close to their limit as possible, and then he can start to dissect them, to pull them up. And Richie Porter, he's there at about 7th or 8th wheel,
And he's
just sizing them up.
Yeah, Dennis is with him as well. Two riders in front of him. Two previous winners of this race. Now the line is settling down, and still is Peter Sagan there, not looking stressed at all, and neither is Jay McCarthy. There's an awful lot of riders still believe they can win this stage and possibly the race itself.
In third position is the Colombian from Sky, Bernal. Behind him, one of the Izaguirre brothers, that's John Izaguirre. Daryl Impey, number 22. Peter Sagan there in picture. And we're looking further up. See George Bennett in about 12th wheel. And here's a little acceleration.
Another top winner there too, Slechta. Tom Hilton Slechta is here.
Rowan Dennis now goes to the front, keeps the pace up, and Bernal straight into the wheel. Right behind him, Richie Porte just hanging back a little bit, getting a bit more slipstream. It's a very strong headwind up the climb.
Just how impressive is this youngster on Team Sky? They nailed a good one here. They've given him a long-term contract as well. Bernal is wearing the white jersey of best young rider, but he could convert that to an ochre jersey if he keeps riding like this.
Well, he has said he's really looking forward to this stage and a proper climb. He said it's still a pretty short climb, but I'm looking forward to something a little bit harder. Rowan Dennis looks back, assesses the damage. Robert Giesing in the yellow and black in third wheel. Always looks a bit ungainly, but make no mistake, he is going very, very well. Richie Porte just poking his nose out for a look.
But I still got the feeling, looking at Richie, he's waiting. He wouldn't have sent Rowan Dennis up here to set the pace if he was feeling rough.
In the wheel of Port, Brendan Canty behind him. I can't spot Sagan at the moment, but I'm sure there he is. He's about mid-pack and just a little gap starting to open up in front of him. Daryl Impey in front. He's a long way back, but he'll certainly just ride his own pace, bottom to top, not try to follow accelerations, just limit the damage. There he is in the ochre jersey.
Izaguirre is 63, and Slechta, John Helter Slechta, is there as well for dimension data.
But it's still Dennis out of the saddle, 490 watts peak as he went through that corner. A lot of guys starting to look like they're in trouble now, and Richie Porte, he knows where he's got to go. Sagan!
He's going. Sagan can't match this lifting of the speed here. This time, the ochre jersey rather, will have a new owner tonight, that's for sure. Daryl Impey is in front of him. He was 2 seconds behind him at the start.
Well, Peter Sagan, he said, I'm just going to go until I pop. I can't do much more than that. But we really are here for Jay McCarthy. He said it all week. True to his word. Bidon overboard, jersey open, and that is the end of the day for Peter Sagan. He will not lead tonight and wins Tour Down Under.
So Sagan has left a vacancy for the race lead, but who's going to fill that very, very large shouldered jersey? There's still a lot of riders watching and waiting. Rowan Dennis sets the pace at the front. Bernal looking to see what's going on. Hessing in third place is there. And right behind him is Diego Ulissi.
We are now approaching the point where Richie Porte attacked every time he's won the last 4 years on this climb. It goes around to the left and it's up quite steep through the right-hand bend. Here he goes.
Well, you've got to do what has been successful, the habit of a lifetime, and Jay McCarthy knew he would attack at that point, and he's on him.
Well, this is tradition. If there was won 4 times, he's done it. The 5th time he's going again. Richie Porte, he sees McCarthy's with him. It's a matter of then when he decides to ease off and then hit him again. It's always the way he's done it. McCarthy looking fairly comfortable.
Well, Richie, nearly 700 watts there to launch that attack. Hessing is out of it now. Bernal is coming back, the boy in the white jersey. This is all or nothing by Richie Porte. He won't be swinging over. He's got to do it. McCarthy checks who is coming up behind me. These two powers.
This is shadows of when Richie Porte rode
the
Colombian and now out of his wheel. He's doing it again.
It's
Richie Porte.
This is the second kick. The second kick of this one will kill off Jay McCarthy. Richie Port, who crashed out of the Tour de France in July, has come back to the Santos Tour Down Under to do what he always does best, and to the top of Wollonga Hill. If he does it, it's a 5th ever victory here.
Well, that is the mental boost that Richie Port really needs to be able to make that acceleration, see that gap opening and know this is it now, all the way to the line, open up this gap as much as possible. He's been the aggressor. He's gone exactly the same place he's always gone. They all knew it. Tactic, no tactic. Go. If you can't follow, Richie Port wins.
Now, to get the victory tomorrow, he needs 8 seconds on the line and win the stage. These boys coming under 1 kilometre to go now, but the race is done. Who's going to catch Richie Port, if indeed anyone?
Well, he's made the acceleration now. He's opened the gap. The question is, can anyone respond from behind? Anyone who didn't respond the first acceleration, if they're able to cross that gap, Richie will be trying to look through the crowds to see if anybody's coming. And you can look at the difference from last year. This headwind is really affecting the tempo. There's Keesing, Pozzovivo just in front, a very large bunch trying to come back to them. And somewhere in between is Jay McCarthy and Bernal.
Well, the seconds will matter now for Richie Port here as he gets into the crowds and the tree line once again. A familiar deja vu for the MC. Look at that crowd, they picked him out. He's just got the left leg. Don't look over your shoulder because every second will count. Yes, it's your 5th straight win in this hill race, but it's going to need a lead of seconds after he hits the line. So we'll all count with him. Off that final bend, a massive crowd, and he comes up to the clock, grits his teeth. Now it's up to the Mr. Time himself.